In a classic action RPG, your sword is actually just a physical object in the world. But if we just attach a static damage collider to our player, enemies will just take damage by bumping into us while we're standing still. We only want our sword to deal damage during the exact frames of the attack animation. To do this, we don't write complex timing math in our code. We're just going to physically animate our hitboxes using Unity's timeline. We're going to right click on our player, go to create empty. We'll just call this sword hitbox. We're going to add a box collider to it. Now if we click on our player, we come down here to our swings. It starts there. We're going to want to move our hitbox and then probably adjust the size of it some, because the sword ain't that big, that wide around. So something about like that. That way the enemy doesn't have to be like right up on us. We can just like swing and it'll hit it and we're good. Alright. Now what we're gonna want to do is again, with our attacks, to set this up, we're going to press the record. We're going to come over here and make sure that the hitbox is off, and then we're going to turn it on here. We're going to leave it on for the duration of the swing, and then here we're going to turn it off again. So if we're playing the animation, it should be off here too. I don't know why it was on. Alright, let's try this again. There we go. And it should look like that. The other thing is, don't forget to make this a trigger, because that's going to be very important to this. And now let's get into the code. Alright, so a little note about this is only going to work for the down swing. You're going to need to create a hitbox for the left swing, one for the right swing, and one for the upswing. So you should have 4 hidden hitboxes, and then those will be tied through to those specific animations for the left, right, and up attack. So I just wanted to clarify that before we get into the code. And that's as simple as just duplicating, changing the name, and putting in the position where you need it, and then following the same process for animating it. Anyways, in our scripts folder, right click, go to create mono behavior script. We're going to name this hitbox, and then we're going to put that on our hitbox. And we'll open that up, and we're not going to need any of that in there. Let's talk about our code. So first thing we have is our public integer for the weapon damage. That way we kind of change that as we needed to. And then we have our on trigger enter event, which only fires when the collider's on. It's going to check to see if we hit an object name tagged enemy. If we did, then it'll put your damage logic in here that you type out. In this case, I'm just putting a debug log, so it'll print in the console, hit an enemy for, and then whatever, it'll pass the weapon damage, which is 1, so it'll say hit an enemy for 1 damage, exclamation point. So you save that. Alright, so let's try it out. We got our little enemy here. Press play. And we still can move around, up, down, left, right. Now if we come over here, we just walk through the enemy. Nothing happens because they're off, right? If we look at them, they are off, okay? Now if we click in here and we actually press the fire 1 button, you can see that it swings, and you get that message right down here. If you look here, you'll see how many times it pops up. So it is working. So I will see you in the next class.